What is up, guys? I'm back yet again with another one. Today, I'll be discussing the importance of backtesting. I'll also be sharing a very nice strategy I've been using. So, what is backtesting? In its natural sense, backtesting is basically scrolling within your charts to the past so that you can assess how price has been moving. What this allows you to do is to notice patterns that you can take advantage of in the future. So we all know, and I'm sure many of you have heard, that trading is also a psychological game. The more your psychology is great, the more you're going to become consistent and more profitable. So one may ask, how do you get psychologically sound in this game? Well, psychology is a game of experience. It's a function of experience. And I would say backtesting counts a lot when it comes to improved psychology. Okay. So what backtesting is going to do for you is that it's going to allow you to become confident when you start seeing patterns that always repeat themselves within the market. Okay. So for backtesting, you don't need to do anything complicated. All you literally need to do is scroll, all right, using your chart, whatever platform you're using, scroll to the past and assess how you would have entered the market at specific price points after seeing certain patterns occurring. And right, the strategy that I want to share with you today is a very lucrative one, a very profitable strategy, very easy, very simple, that when well applied, you can actually become consistent. But once again, your psychology needs to be there. All right. So quickly, I'm going to discuss with you the function of this strategy. All right. So this strategy is literally just based on bottoms and tops, or should I say double bottoms or double tops. Okay. So the function of this strategy lies within understanding that the market does not easily break lows or highs within its movement. Okay, so I'll give you an example. For instance, in a market that is maybe trending up or even that is consolidating, if you can pinpoint, all right, a low, just like that, okay, I'll make this a low, all right, I'll refer to this as a low. You need to find that aggressive movement away from that low speaks volumes, such that if the market is to come back into this region, all right, even if it's to extend for a bit, it's highly likely that it will go up again. All right. So now with this information, in fact, before we even dive into that, why does this happen? Okay, so let me grab my horizontal tool here and give you a nice clean explanation of why this occurs. Okay, so now once again, this is our low where we had that aggressive push. All right, so please note that first leg should be aggressive, all right, for this strategy. Remember that you want an aggressive push, okay? So what that essentially means is that buyers were interested at this price point, and that's why the market moved up, okay? So when the market does come back for that second leg over here, you need to understand what is actually going to happen. Two things will happen over here. You have breakout traders who will assume that this support has broken and they will sell the market, okay? But that is wrong for you to sell the market automatically just because this previous low has been taken out. Reason being, let's look at it this way. At this price over here, someone was interested. Once again, that's why the price moved up. When the price comes down, right, and even becomes lower than this price, that fuels demand, okay? This market is based on supply and demand. A lower price will always fuel demand in any marketplace. Let me discuss a relatable example. We all know how fuel prices are expensive, right? Worldwide, globally, at this point in time, right? So if you've been buying fuel at this price, all right, for the longest time, and then surprisingly, a miracle happens, all right? The fuel price becomes marked down and becomes this price over here where we have this second low. How many people do you think will go to the service station, to the garage, and try to fill up their tanks while prices at this lower level right here? Right. That's only because we have a markdown, right? Lower prices fuel demand. And so that's why we get this type of movement at lows, okay? At lows, what we're going to get is people getting interested in buying the commodity or an instrument. So now with this information, we can actually formulate a strategy. And I want you to backtest this. I've been using this strategy for this week. Actually, I'll show you the results. And it works wonders. Okay, so I want you to get to a stage, right, where you really personify your trading. Okay, remember, always apply supply and demand principles to the way you trade. firstly, you start improving, mainly because it becomes fun. Okay. So now there's no point in us just discussing drawings. We need to go to the chart and use this information and backtest together. I'm going to show you how to conduct a proper backtest. Okay. So let me undo this drawing right here. Okay. Cool. So this is actually a trade that we took this morning. What I did see was the market had been going down. But upon going down, what we had was this aggressive movement on the 1 hour chart. Sorry, by the way, for this strategy, use the 1 hour or the 4 hour. All right. You're going to be looking at these tops and bottoms on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Okay. Time frame. So what I did see was this first impulsive push. Okay. And so, of course, I would not place any entries right here. It's already too late. But what I waited for was a second leg within this region. So as a tip, I want you to switch to the line graph so that you can assess, you can nicely see the low that you'll be dealing with. And this is the low that you are dealing with. Remember, once we have an aggressive push and prices coming back to that low, we don't really expect it to break. Even if it does, it's usually a false breakout. So we want to just go against everyone else who's going to get trapped by that false breakout, and then we trade away from there. All right. So when the market came back over here, I began to look for entry confirmations on the lower time frames. Okay. All right. So what did I do? I was on the lower time frames trying to assess how we can enter. And as usual, guys, you know, these things are pretty self-explanatory. I propose that you just look for a trend line break, and that will be your entry. Okay. So price comes in to that area where we have the low. And then guess what? I drew this trend line over here. Okay. And once it broke, I was patient, because you do get false breakouts. And then I saw this retest of that trend line. All right. And as soon as the market convincingly broke, I entered. Now you need to understand this strategy also allows for you, all right, to then do remarkable things in terms of risk to reward. You can really put in a lot of lot size, knowing that the momentum has shifted. We have spiked the low and we're probably going up, because the demand, you need to understand, right? The demand will also be crazy when we have reached a low price or even exceeded a low price. Like I gave you the example of the fuel, right? If fuel price is 22 Rand per liter and then it becomes 19 Rand per liter, how many people, you won't even be able to get to the fuel pump because that queue will be very long. Many people are going to rush to fill up their tanks. So this is this demand we see on the chart, right? Driving price up. Okay. All right. That crazy movement is fueled by that demand. So in a nutshell, what do we want? We want a low on the H1 or H4, or a high on the H1 or H4 if it's the opposite side of the spectrum. We want to look to see that aggressive first leg. We wait at the second leg, and we're on the lower time frames getting a trend line break. Okay, so we are back testing, guys. Let's back test. Let's back test. So this is a scenario where it actually worked, right? Okay, so we're just going in the past and we're back test. Here's another low right here on the H1 time frame. Okay, if you can't really assess the low, all right, always just use the line graph. Then you know which low you're dealing with. Okay, so in fact, what I want you to do is put one line by the body of the candle, all right, and also by the wicks if there are any. And I want you to assess the movement of price when it comes back here. So this is the H1 chart. If you manage to get an entry over here, you would have been in profit for 7 days, for 7 hours, sorry, okay? Such that if the market is failing to continue upwards, you would have gotten out of this move, okay? But anyways, let's scale down to see if we could have taken advantage of anything really, okay? All right, where are we? Right here. So price comes into that low, we spike the low, and then we have a trend line over here. In fact, let's even go to the M5 time frame to allow us to see how that trend line is probably well defined, right? So let's make it nice and neat. Okay, here we are. We're getting reactions, nice sensitivity on the line. As soon as it breaks convincingly, you're in. Your take profit level could have obviously been over here, or whatever the case, and it would have been hit. In terms of risk to reward, you risk an amount here, and then here you have ×4 the account. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? Let's keep back testing. Let's clear the chart. We don't like scribbling. Okay, we need to do things systematically. Yeah. So I'm actually showing you how to backtest. Right? In a nutshell, this is how you do it. And then what else do we have over here? We have this low. Okay, you can see that aggressive movement. It's such a pronounced low that you won't miss it. That's the lows I want you to take advantage of. the ones you can't miss with your eye. So as I proposed, right, this is the H1 chart. So we qualify line by the candle body, another line, right, by the wick. This extension, as I said, is just a stop hunt. What you want to do is be on the lower time frames, all right, and you take advantage of whatever entry confirmations you get over here. Once again, when price reached over here, that's already 4 hours of profits. You'd have been in profit, and you can move your stop loss to entry in case there's a real momentum shift that is looming. Okay, so now let's scale down to the lower time frames, and we're going to look for that entry confirmation. And guys, if there's no entry, okay, if there's no trend line break, don't take the trade, right? This is where discipline comes in. You really need to be disciplined, okay? If there's no trend line break, don't take the trade. In this example here, I do see this trend line over here, okay? And what do we have? We actually have a convincing break. So you could have entered over there, correct? And obviously your stop losses always go below the lows, you know? Don't be too greedy and trying to make, you know, the stop loss too tight. It doesn't work, right? Just give your trade breathing room. You could have put your stop loss somewhere here. And before you know it, you're already over here. That's a lot of profit in terms of risk to reward. All right. We keep back testing this, guys. It's pretty simple. This is how you back test and you formulate a strategy. Once you know your strategy, you then just wait for price to come into your areas of interest, and then you trade away from them, right? Over here, we have this low, very much pronounced, right? We had that movement, okay? You can't miss it. It's an impulsive move. It's an aggressive move. And we know price cannot, and I mean cannot just exceed a load just like that, because the market moves via supply and demand, right? So what do? We want to wait over here and assess if we do get an entry confirmation. Remember, if you don't get what you look for as an entry confirmation, you don't trade. It's very simple. We're on the M5 for this one. Let's see. All right, I didn't get a nice trend line break, and I wouldn't want to place my entries all the way here. It's too late. So I might have missed this trade, okay? All right. Now, let's just look at one more example, and then we call it a day, because the reason behind this video is I just want to show you the power of backtesting and what it's going to do for your confidence, okay? So cool. Now, this is an example, exactly the example that I was discussing, right? We have this low, well pronounced, right? And what happens is price comes back. So this is the whole supply and demand scenario I was talking about. You need to understand, okay? When this low broke impulsively like this, many people sold the market. But what they don't understand is that this low price, when comparing to this low price, is going to fuel demand. And this is why you always have those aggressive moves. Well, not always, but most of the time, you have that aggressive push to the opposite side. So when we see these stop hunts near the lows, we are just very much calm, okay? And we go to the lower time frames and we want an entry confirmation. And this one was such a beautiful trade, guys. Look at this on the M15. You couldn't have missed it. You'd need to be as blind as a bat for you not to see this trade right here. Cool. So what do? We just draw a trend line. All right. This trend line, all right, is incorporating the spike to the lows. You need to understand many people, like I said, have sold over here at this trend line touch, and they're selling straight into the low price, okay? Your entry is when price breaks this trend line convincingly, stops below the lows. In terms of risk to reward, you would have made all of this profit. This strategy works. I've been using it. It does wonders. In fact, I'm going to show you the results. This morning on this very same instrument, as I mentioned earlier, we took a trade, me and my team, on our platform. We took a trade based on this. It was right here, as I mentioned, and as you can see, it's volatility 51S. It was a buy setup, and we entered at that trend line break on the lower time frames. Let me just share with you the results. You know, I have many clients that did well, you know, with that trade setup. Okay, cool. Right. Just a second while I open my WhatsApp, because that's where I conduct all my business. Right. A second. Where are you? You WhatsApp, where are you? Share. Okay, brilliant. Okay, right. So this is where we are. That volatility 51S trade that we took, okay? Right. Called it as a straight signal, all right? And my students made a lot. So you find this guy, Cornell, he made $413 in just this trade. All right. In one trade. This is why we actually don't even trade all the time, all the day. We just wait for what we want to arise, and then we play the trade. Another student of mine, his name is Taro. He also, took the trade and he did well, turning $29 into $114 in one trade. Now, you see, in terms of risk to reward, that's amazing. And with regards to him, I had the privilege of mentoring him, and he's doing wonders. And, he keeps sending me results, and I'm really happy. This is just the other day. He turned $40 to $273 in just one trade. Okay. All right. So once again, backtesting is what is going to give you that confidence. All right. That confidence that you need, right, so that you can execute efficiently. Okay. And once again, my mentorship goes ahead. Program is well outlined for both beginners and those who are just struggling with consistency, because my emphasis is on consistency, all right, and discipline. That's what I emphasize on. I also have my trade alerts and setups platform, which is what you see over here, where I send alerts on a daily basis, all right. I have also started implementing signals, straight signals, but my emphasis is not on that, because the way I learned how to trade on a personal scale was with setups, okay? Signals is spoon feeding. It's not going to do much for you, all right? It's not going to help you. But I have started incorporating them here and there. So in a week, you'll find we would take 4 straight signals, and our risk to reward, our returns are amazing, right? Most of the signals always hit TP, as you can see over here. This volatility 51S went straight to TP. As you can see, TP has been smashed, all right? That's take profit. So this is what we do. My playbook is also available, guys. That's a package on its own. I'm now recently available. I opened an Instagram page, just so that you guys can come across what we do during the week. You understand? I never really used to believe in Instagram because, I'm a low-key type of person, but I did open it just so that I can show you guys, look, all these things related to trading and its consistency are possible. So find my contact in the description below. You can hit me up on Instagram and we can take it from there. Ciao.